Call the meeting to order for the Selectmen's meeting for the town of Acton, Maine for February 14th. First item is salute the flag and happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States
of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, approval of the agenda.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded to approve the agenda. Any discussion? Call for a vote. All in favor? All opposed?
Did you save me a copy of that? Did you leave me one?
I did not.
Okay.
Is there an extra agenda out there?
Sorry. I didn't know. Thank you, Robin.
Okay. Approval of the minutes of the last meeting. Sorry.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the last meeting. Any further discussion? Call for a vote. All in favor? All opposed? Okay, department heads and committee chairs.
So I think that if I can, I think I actually have this backwards. So because we had a meeting on Tuesday, we had sent out the schedules for the whole year. So originally on Tuesday, we had cemetery, and we had Mary Grant, and then we were bringing in District 2 because he was the prior week and didn't
Right.
get the packet. So when Tuesday's storm got bumped to Thursday, Mary Grant is actually going to come the following week, the 19th, so we need to scratch that.
Okay.
District 2 couldn't make it tonight. Hopefully, that's because of Valentine's Day. And
I'm sure it was.
cemetery, I got a message from, so I'm going to try, I guess I'm going to try to reschedule all three of them.
Okay.
To next week.
Squeeze them in over the next few weeks.
Okay.
So I don't think we have any as far as that schedule anyways.
Okay. Are there any other department heads or committee chairs with updates? Nope. Okay. Move on to old business. Land use hours.
So Mr. Paul was planning on sneaking up here right at 7, so maybe if you want to skip down until he appears. Yeah, I know we had a 6 o'clock meeting.
Sure.
Send him a quick.
Okay. Item B, conduct of elected and appointed officials.
So as I understood it, the concern that the board had regarding this policy was the possibility of food gifts that arrived during Christmas. I did run that by the town's attorney. This is basically an ethical conduct policy, and he didn't have any concerns. He wrote it, and he didn't have any concerns about staff or anybody receiving food gifts during the holiday, as long as you weren't doing them, for exchange of a favor. So he didn't have any concerns with that, so.
Not like it's an item that you're going to use throughout the year or
Right,
whatever either.
The gifts
Yeah.
and favors is pretty clear, that no
Yeah.
town official shall accept a
Yep.
gift, favor, or thing of value in any form
Yeah.
to promise them in some direct or indirect way, so.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
We're gonna adopt this.
Well, that's what we want to find out. What,
What do you guys think?
I'm fine with it.
I am too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
if
mean,
somebody, I know we don't have really a way to enforce it, but I mean, if people
Yeah.
feel, they can always recall, right? If they
Yep.
feel we have not, you
Or
know,
anyone else that's,
right, I mean,
elected, yeah.
anybody else that's elected and they don't feel that they've,
Yep.
are held to these standards, then there's always the recall process, so,
Yep.
sure. Anything else?
You okay with it?
I'm okay.
Okay, you're okay with it?
I am.
I'm fine with it. So what's your wishes?
I'll make a motion to adopt the Town of Acton policy for conduct of elected and appointed officials.
And I'll second that.
Moved and seconded to adopt the policy. Any further discussion? Nope. Call for a vote. All in favor? All opposed? I'm assuming, yes, there's a place to sign this here.
Are these up on the website?
All of our policies are on the website, that one will be after
Okay.
it's signed.
Yep.
And there's also a place on there for the elected official to, or appointed, to sign acknowledging
Okay.
that they've received a copy, similar to the personnel policy that you have the employees sign.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. There you go. Okay. We will go back up to item A, land use hours. Now that Ken's here.
So last week, he presented to you the idea of keeping and advertising the hours that the town hall is open. Essentially, the goal is to get people to make appointments, anything after the first 2 hours. So the first 2 hours will be walk-ins, but anytime the town hall is open, the secretary will be available, whether it's for copies or to make an appointment or whatever.
Yep. Yep.
So you were going to give it some thought?
Sure.
Anything to add, Ken?
And I think Elise had pointed it out, that's actually given more walk-in hours than we have now. One of the things we really want to get away from is the 1 to 4 on Tuesdays and the 6 to 8, or the 4 to 6 on Thursdays. It gives the public the assumption that's the only time they can come in, so we get a real rush during those times there, and we just want to open it up. Any day that we're open, the first couple hours, just walk in, which is what we usually get anyways. As soon as we're open, even before we're open, there's people parked here, they're ready to go and stuff like that. So we'll focus on walk-ins the first couple of hours, quick, simple, easy stuff, and then after that, if it's a specific thing, we're done be talking, we're going to book you an appointment anyways. That way there, all the information we have is already out and we're ready to go and can focus on that one issue.
Sounds like it makes sense, and I like
Yeah.
the consistency of it. I think it'd be easier for people to remember that.
Yep.
And having the first 2 hours of each time you're open is still shuffling enough availability for
Yep.
nights and weekends.
Just like any rule, there's a way to circumvent and stuff. Just call. If it's later in the day, you're calling, you're kind of circumventing, you're not coming in, and we're going to answer the phone, and you'll be able to get to us if we're not doing anything. The main thing we want to get away from is if we're in a plan review or talking with somebody, that somebody's just not out waiting, and we can really focus our time on the person that's there.
Yep, yep. I think it's pretty common for a lot of towns.
Yeah, it is.
To be that way now.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with it, so, we need a,
Do we have to make a motion for that? Just,
I don't think it hurts, I mean, but however you want to do it.
I'll make a motion to accept the hours that Ken has presented for the land use hours as the walk-in. First 2 hours of each day, they're open. Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say that, so. All right, then we accept.
need a second it.
All right, we'll second it.
Okay, okay. Moved and seconded to adopt the new hours. Any further discussion?
Nope.
Nope. Call for a vote, all in favor? All opposed?
Awesome.
Great.
Thank you. Have a
Thanks,
good
Ken.
evening.
Thank you. Okay, we've done the conduct. Okay, action plan, Maine Municipal.
So still chipping away. As I've mentioned a couple of times, the public safety building, the fire chief has indicated that those items are done. I'm hoping that the liaison can go over and walk through them with them.
Set up a time, I'll go over and,
Okay,
yeah.
just so that you can, like, so when you see, like the first one,
Yep.
emergency exit signs, the emergency exit sign in the meeting room failed to work when tested, just go through each one and have him show you the
Show you
corrections,
that
so
they
that by the
work.
time the insurance company comes back out.
It'll be all. Yep. All right.
As far as the transfer station, we have a class next Friday. I've got all the transfer station guys coming in. We'll do a class in here. They need some yearly training on a few different things that Maine Municipal is recommending, so we'll pull the slideshow down and walk through them together. But the other big thing they wanted was the fence along the wall. So Bob met, it's a safety concern that people are gonna fall off the
Yep.
side. Bob met with H.A. Stone and Son, who is the company that we've used, $1,600 to put the 4-foot, 90-foot long chain across there. He thinks he has it in this year's budget. He's had some savings in some of his other areas. We're heading into March, only a couple of months left. So he just assumed get it done now, if the board's okay with that.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to budget into next year.
Yeah,
'cause
no, if he's got the money in the
Yeah.
budget there, it's all, yeah.
In most of his, who's the transfer station liaison?
That would be me.
Okay. All right, I'll let you know when I think we're done with his, and
Okay.
maybe you can do the same thing.
I can. Yep, happy
So
to.
you're good with us buying this out of this year's budget?
Yep,
Yep.
yep. Okay, anything else on the action plan?
Still working on it.
Okay. Road Commissioner, Public Works Director status.
We had a public hearing. I need some direction from the board as to what we're doing next.
Sure. Nope, we had a public hearing, that was last week, I believe. A lot of good points on both sides, so. I'd like to move forward with making them both appointed, both sides. So, what's the thoughts on the rest of the board?
I'll agree. As much as I still would like to see one position.
Oh,
but-
I would too, but I don't think
I-
we have the support for it.
Right.
So,
we'll
yeah,
try for 2.
yeah, and that would get it pretty much under the hands of, like everything else is, so. Your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to, for now, and if this doesn't.
exactly.
And if this doesn't go through, then,
Yeah. And
you know, I think that, you know, we are definitely gonna have to think about town meeting and at least putting on the floor,
Yeah.
you know, the job description and also,
Yeah.
line item budgeting, try to get that passed, so.
Oh, that, I don't
You
think
know,
there's any,
You know,
I don't
those
think there's
are,
any passing with that. That's just a matter of, it's gonna be laid out that way, and,
right, I
I
mean,
think
those are
she
just.
means, I think she means if it stays elected.
oh, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
that's what I mean. If it-
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, if
True.
this doesn't, then those are some, you
Yeah.
know, things that we should be thinking about too.
Yep, definitely.
So is the
So-
board okay with the way the question was worded? Because I need to create a warrant, and I needed recommendations, we need to
I
contact
think that
Warren
was very
Finance.
clear.
Can you read do you have the question in front of you? I think I remember you asking me just before I got sick.
No, I mean, I can review it with you. Shall the town of Acton vote to change the position of road commissioners from elected to appointed?
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
straightforward.
simple.
very
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah,
As long as I mean, obviously I gotta prepare the warrant for your signature, so
Sure.
nothing's gonna happen
Right.
without it, but quicker I can contact Warren and Finance, because they're
Yep.
gonna need a recommendation.
Okay.
yep.
Was thinking Wednesday, March 6th.
Sounds good.
Just figure by the time we get recommendations, post it for 7 to 10 days. And that still meets our 90-day deadline.
Okay,
Yes.
7 PM.
Yes, and the other thing, Mr. Nast has come to me a couple of times. He is concerned with the space issue and would like to encourage the board to have it at the school.
Okay. We don't know if there's nothing else going on at the school. that
I'll have
night.
to
We'll
check with him.
check and see, and-
So
That'd be a good
you want to do it
idea.
at the school
I
if
would
it's
think so,
free?
yeah, if we can plan it all together. Sure,
All right,
sure.
I will call them tomorrow.
Yep,
Thank you.
So all three of you will vote to, the article, you'll approve it as written, just so I can get some of it typed in.
Yes.
yes. Yep, yep.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else on that? Okay, 1920, yeah, year 19 and 20 proposed a budget.
So, all right, it's a couple of things, let's see. So I got a memo from Michelle, so we know we're missing the roads, that's nothing to do with the road guys.
Right.
Mousom Watershed Dam Coalition, we're missing that number, the annual maintenance and capital improvement plan. Transfer station, we're scratching. The other one that's come up in the past is the siding of the town hall.
Right.
At some point, you need to figure out if we're gonna finish that. And then the forester was the other thing that we had a conversation about at one of our workshops. So I did some research. The forester has been appointed by the town since 2008, is when he started. He's received $500 a year since 2008. There's been no increase over the 10 years. Last 2 years, I spoke to him, he says he approximately has about 40 hours in with all the timber harvesting and all of the zoning changes. So,
40 hours
Total for the year?
yeah,
so far.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
he says about 40 hours the last 2 years is what he's put in to the
Oh,
town.
oh.
So it works out to about $12.50 an hour. He said prior to the last 2 years, it probably averaged closer to 30. So that puts you more at $16 an hour. I did ask him if I was going to hire him if I was going to hire him outside, what he would charge per hour, just to kind of find out
Yep.
where he was at. He said $60 an hour.
60, yeah.
So, you don't need to make a decision on that tonight, but I just need to know if you're intending on leaving that stipend the same, or if you're looking to increase it. And then we really need to focus with a plan with the selectmen and the treasurer in regards to the roads. Because if we're going to wait, if we're having a special town meeting March 5th, and we have the meeting with, the joint meeting, I believe is on the 16th of March,
The Saturday, yep.
yeah, we can't wait until after that special
Too
town
tight.
meeting to put a budget
Yep.
together. I mean, we could
Yep.
definitely make some changes afterwards, but we're gonna have to
gotta
have
have a
some
base
sort of
in there.
workshop.
Yep, okay.
So maybe I can talk to the road guys and Michelle and see what we can come up with that works for all of you.
Definitely. Yep. Okay. Anything else on proposed budget?
We're chipping away at it.
Okay. Next item is 5-person board request.
I put that on there because came up in public comment last week.
Yep. Of course. And what's the thoughts on the board?
Sorry. I don't, I prefer not to move forward with it. If the people really want it, I guess they could petition for it. It's hard enough to get, it's hard enough to get 3 of us together, never mind 5 of us, with work schedules and.
Kim?
I mean, if people want it, then, yeah, maybe they should move forward with it.
Okay. I agree. I mean, it's,
You know,
I think if we were bigger, busier, I don't know any towns that are of this size that has any more than 3.
Lebanon.
I'm sure there are, but, you know.
Lebanon does, I mean.
Lebanon does.
Yep, so,
That's what Lebanon
anyway,
does.
that's, yeah, I agree. I think we're fine at this, but that doesn't stop the process if someone wants to move forward with it, so. Just, it would have to be done by petition, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
If you don't approve, right.
Yeah, yep, so, which isn't impossible, so, yep. I think that's actually how we got how the private roads went forward. No, we approved that.
Article 43?
Yeah, we approved that here, didn't we? Yeah, so, yep, anyway, that's how I see it too, so I think if someone wants to put it forward, then go through the petition process and, you know, we'd welcome it at that point, so. Okay. New business, order of municipal officers.
So every year, the treasurer drafts an order of municipal officers pursuant to 36 MRSA 906, and I'll let you read it aloud, but essentially what it does is it instructs the tax collector to apply all tax payments to the oldest year first.
Yep. Okay, order of municipal officers, she says pursuant to 36 MRSA 906. We, the municipal officers of the town or city of Acton, Maine, upon request of the tax collector treasurer of said town, hereby authorizes and directs the tax collector treasurer pursuant to Title 36, Maine Revised Status, noted Section 906, to apply any tax payments received from an individual as payment for any property tax against outstanding or delinquent taxes due on said property in chronological order, beginning with the oldest unpaid tax bill, provided, however, there are no such payments that no such payment may be applied to any tax for which an abatement application or appeal is pending unless approved in writing by the taxpayer. So, your wishes?
I make a motion to sign the order of municipal officers.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded to sign it as read. Any further discussion? No. Call for a vote, all in favor? All opposed? There you go. Thank you. Okay. RFP for auditing.
So this is from your treasurer. She put that together based on prior years and the department update she gave you a few weeks back.
Okay. Yeah, so our auditor he's changing individuals in the office, and it's time to go out to bid on our auditing service.
So that's for the town and the school,
Town and the
combined
school, okay.
audit.
Yep. And that's how it's been done in the past, correct?
Right, that's
Yep.
generally the same company gets it, they send different individuals.
You are. Excuse me, I've got the same cold that everyone else has got. Okay. This looks like the same one we did a few years ago. She'd probably like this signed tonight, would she?
She would, but you're welcome to, I mean,
Okay.
however you want to do it. Welcome to keep it a week and put it on for next week.
all
We'll just have to,
pretty-
may have to move the dates forward, but
No, it's all pretty basic.
Yeah.
it's just the RFP, it's just a request for what, in the
Yep.
timeline, really.
Yep. Okay.
I'll make a motion to sign the RFP.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded to sign the RFP for the auditing company, or to send this out to auditing companies.
So we'll sign one copy.
Yep, so,
So we'll put it on the website, we'll put, usually put a little blurb in the Smart Shopper that there is an RFP out.
Yep.
She generally will find, 10 or so surrounding companies, and send them as well.
did I hear a second to this?
Yes.
Sorry.
I seconded. Yep.
Okay. Any further discussion on it?
No,
Okay, call for a vote, all in favor? All opposed? Thank you. Very good. Road Commissioner appointment. This would be a extension of,
Right, so, since we didn't have a workshop prior to, I just kind of picked a date based on when I was going to recommend you had a special town meeting. So this is an appointment for Mr. Langley through March 12th,
because his existing one expired
today.
today, tonight at midnight. Okay. So we'll stretch it out another roughly 28 days. Okay, to Dave Langley. The Selectmen of the Municipality of Acton do in accordance with the provisions of the laws of the state of Maine hereby appoint you as District 1 Road Commissioner interim within and for the municipality of Acton until March 12th, 2019, given under our hand this 14th day of February, 2019. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to appoint David Langley to District 1 Road Commissioner interim until March 12th, 2019.
I'll second that.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any discussion? This takes us to just beyond the special town meeting. So at that point, he'll expire on the 12th, and we'll know which direction we're headed in. So, okay. Call for a vote. All in favor? All opposed? Okay. Okay, combination of lots. This is a meeting, let's see, I'll give you a recap. It's a recap of a meeting that was held on February 6th. It was with myself, it was with Ken Paul, our CEO, a deputy CEO, Brenda, and the town administrator, Jennifer. Meeting was requested by the property owner, and it's the owner of book and page numbers 252-009-002 and 252-008. This was a problem with a couple of lots and that were not connected, if you will, one being landlocked. After the discussion, it was determined that the property, the temporary certificate of occupancy has been issued and property owner agreed to merge two of these lots together, and by merging them, it gives him road frontage. Right now, there's just a deeded right-of-way to get to one of the lots. So he's agreed to merge them together. Like I say, it gives him road frontage, makes it a legal lot. To make it a conforming building lot. He's got until the 15th of May of this year to get that done, so it's roughly 3 months. So, and all parties have agreed to do that, so. One of the lots was owned by someone else, and it's all been straightened out, and like I say, agreed to do, so. Basically, I just, it's just the update on that, and
Okay.
moving forward, it looks, looks promising. I think that should take care of that.
Good.
So. Excuse me. We're getting down towards the end here. Oh, thank you. You're a lifesaver. Well, actually, you're a Jolly Rancher.
Jolly today. They help.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There you go. Let's see, road account updates from the treasurer.
So she asked that you see these primarily, just so you could kind of know where everything stands. You can see that the sand and salt, as of the 11th, had a balance of $614. Certainly, if they need to order more, this account generally is overdrawn every year, so it's not, these guys aren't putting us in any different situation than we have been.
Right.
And then it shows you where the District 1 plowing, it's got a little over 12.8 left, and District 2 at 10.7, so they're pretty comparable,
Yeah.
and just kind of an FYI of where they are with the winter accounts.
Okay. I wish I knew where, well, I was gonna say, I wish I knew where we were last year at this time, but,
Well, if you would ask
This-
me that ahead of time, I
well,
would
it
have gotten
doesn't,
that
it's
for you.
irrelevant really, because this year, winter started
Right, I mean-
in early November.
Yeah.
Last year, it didn't start until late December, like just before Christmas, so. Okay, and this is something we probably should look at this year. I mean, every year we go over, but,
Right.
and
I
we
mean, and
have,
there's not a lot you can do.
no, but I mean, we
you
bump
could,
it up a
but-
little bit and, try
Oh,
to,
as far as increasing the number, yeah?
yeah, yeah,
I mean, you're allowed to go over, what, 10 or 15%?
15%.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but it would be nice to have a year that we don't go over,
Yeah.
but it's a crapshoot too, because you don't know what the year's gonna be like, so. Okay, any further discussion?
No?
No,
What's that?
thank you.
Okay. Jim,
So I had two more papers in the bottom of my pile. You don't have any extra ones over there, do you?
I do not.
When you sent. So one of them, so we got an email from a very nice young man. He referred to himself as one of the Lemonade Kids.
Oh.
Okay.
Remember the Lemonade
Yep.
Kids? Well,
Yep.
apparently that must have been a while ago because he's all grown up. He's in high school.
Oh, my.
But he, and so he's on the football team or baseball team or maybe both. And because of the after-school bus and how the Sanford High works with its new location and getting back to Sanford, he and a couple other kids are having a hard time with transportation as far as staying after and using the weight room. So he knows that the rules are that you have to be 18 to use the weight room. But he kind of asked if there was any leeway in that. So I called Brad, who was the one that originally told us that it really should be 18, sent him the email. He thinks with parent permission, that we could lower it to 16 if the board was okay with it.
Is that the friend, does the friend lived in Acton?
Yeah, well,
or-
they would still have to follow the same.
Right, they'd have to
They'd still have to
prove it.
qualify to use the gym, but these were other Acton kids that, a couple of them that had made one of the, I'm guessing it's baseball, right, that's coming up. And they can't stay after with the Sanford kids because they have no transportation, mom and dad work, and
Yep.
they have no
It's
way
no bus,
home
right.
after, when the weight room is open.
I think as long as Brad thought it was okay with parental permission.
Right, I mean, he did, and Brad did say that we could run it by Maine Municipal as well, because they're essentially our insurance carrier, but he said as far as lawsuits, I mean, if the parent's signing off and acknowledging
Right.
responsibility, I mean, you could even insist that a parent be there with them, I mean, you've
It's not
got,
much different than what the rec department does.
as far as dropping their,
Well, as far as, any activity they have.
Right.
You still have to sign off on
right, so,
things. That would be the only other piece that you just mentioned, would be a parent there or something like
I
that.
think the YMCA is 16.
the Y
I think so
16.
too, yeah. You have
Yeah.
to sign paperwork and
Yeah.
you can go in and use the weight room and stuff, so.
Yeah, I mean, they'd be, they'd be
that's a
held
good
to
idea.
standards and
Right, of course,
so, yeah, definitely run it by whoever we need to, I guess.
so we'll double check with it.
Yeah.
And if they're okay with it, you're okay with lowering it to 16? So guardian sign off, but are you going to insist that the guardian be there?
Well, they're gonna have to get a ride there,
Well, I mean, 16.
so
you
the
can
pickup and
drive.
drop
Yeah, you
off.
could
Oh,
drive.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's
Is
16.
he 16?
16, yeah.
True.
Maybe the first couple
Forget.
times while
Isn't
they're
that
getting
crazy?
set up, to use things and stuff, but after that,
You could say
I
that,
don't-
the first 30 days, or, I mean, you could,
Yeah, something like that, we'd
All
like
right, let
somebody
me
with
just,
you.
let me clear it with Maine Municipal
What do you
first to
think?
make sure
A
they
trial,
don't.
you said?
No, like the first 30 days have like a parent there.
The parent has to be present the first 30 days while,
And, they get used to
Okay.
using the equipment the
Yeah.
right way and stuff like that, then they
Yeah.
should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a one-shot deal if,
Right.
if they mess up, I don't know, horseplay or whatever. Yeah, that's my only concern.
right?
If they're in there strictly, using the weights and doing what they want to be, doing the proper things, it's fine.
And since we're talking about the gym, I think it was Elise, you asked me so we have an updated list of everybody, all the
Yes.
memberships and when they were expired, so I think that the selectmen should split up some random shifts and take some walks over there. I mean, our
Yep.
keys say do not duplicate on them, but, and if someone's gym membership ran out, let's say December 31st, in between things, we may pull that file and start making some calls, but we don't always get the keys back. There's nothing that says they're not still using it with no alarm, so. And we've gotten a couple of statements that some non-residents, that they're bringing a lot of, that people are being brought in from
Okay.
surrounding towns. So you might want to make a schedule amongst yourselves and do some random checks. I'll give you all the same list, and they're
Okay.
either on it or they're
Yeah,
not.
sure. Okay. Very good. Anything else in the gym? Nope. Okay. Chain bill.
So along with my gym paperwork is a chain bill that a prior road committee, road commissioner employee, I want to make sure I get this right, it was not a road commissioner, it was one of the road commissioner's employees, dropped off requesting that it was been paid. They saw the meeting a couple of weeks back when we reimbursed one of our current road commissioners and wanted to know if theirs would then be paid. It was a bill from December of 17.
Interesting.
I'm sorry?
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, we reimbursed Mr. Langley for half of a chain because he stepped up to help the town and keep us all safe and make sure we can salt the roads. And yes, it's something that we have not paid for in the past. We do cutting edges and we do nuts and bolts and carbide that goes with the cutting edges. I feel that was extenuating circumstances. He came in, asked, if there was any chance of getting reimbursed. We did pay for half of it, and like I say, that's because he went over and above and, stepped up to help in a very, very bad situation, because we had, in essence, two road commissioners that resigned.
Yeah.
So, I don't see us paying for another one. I think that's a one-shot deal. I don't see us, I definitely don't see us going back 2 years and reimbursing for something that happened 2 years ago. I'd like to also have, if you would, Jennifer, have the treasurer, please, look back and let us know what the purchase of cutting edges have been from, say, June last year to December,
For both sides?
for both sides. Yeah, just something I'd like to see. So, what do you think of it? That's something I thought about a couple of weeks ago. I just wanted to find out.
I'll have it ready for you next
So,
week.
That's my thoughts. What's the thoughts of the rest of the board?
I fully agree.
I do too. I mean,
fine.
he's stepped up with no guarantee that this is going to continue, so I know you've had to, do what you could to get things together, and that's why I agreed to go halves.
Yep.
This is special circumstances, I feel like, so,
Yeah.
and we appreciate, what you've done.
I did get a phone call from Mr. Langley earlier this week, stating that it was a good thing he did have that on hand, because, what was it, just prior to the storm? The chain that was you were looking to replace broke. And, if that wasn't purchased and ready to go, that would have been a salt truck down. So, yeah, that's just, and I believe most all bills, that bill did not come, it came from an employee of the road commissioner. Most all bills go to the road commissioner and come in, from them, so, anyway. But that's just my thoughts. I mean, it's a totally different situation. It's over and above what we normally do, but, what was the total amount we paid? $450?
Correct.
So, yeah. Okay,
Okay.
okay, public comment. Anyone from the public? Anyone at all?
Hello, Susan Meehan. This is in reference to the audit, or auditor. You do understand that when they recommend that you change auditors, they're recommending that you change companies.
Yeah, we're going out
Yeah,
to bid.
it's going out to bid.
Okay, so that the existing company is excluded, correct?
Nope. No, we send it out to, we've never excluded them before.
Well,
so
what if they come in with the lowest bid? Then you would go
Assume-
with
I
them.
assume we'd
So
look at
then
it.
you would not be changing auditors. And you would not be doing what you're supposed to do, which is change auditor companies every 5 years. You can use them again in 5 years. You can use them again in a year if you wanted to. But you have to rotate it. So therefore, if you're putting it out to bid right now, it is recommended that they're excluded from it so that you definitely will have a new company.
I think it's a recommendation. I don't think it's a law.
Well, as a taxpayer,
I
with my
appreciate-
taxes going up every year, I would like that,
Okay, thank you.
and it is recommended.
Recommended, yes.
I don't know why you don't want to do what's right,
I just,
but to the
it's not
taxpayers.
that. I just want to see who comes in and see where we end up. They've been good.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Exclude the current company. That's all I'm asking.
Guess that would be up to the board.
You should exclude the current
We'll
company.
talk to our treasurer and see.
Right, I don't understand, I mean, I do kind of understand, but if it's a different person looking at it, the whole company doesn't look at it.
It doesn't matter if it's a different
totally new
accountant.
employee.
And if it doesn't matter, then exclude them.
Well, we'll
I'm
talk
not-
to the treasurer.
Yeah,
See what the- yeah, see what our treasurer says.
Then,
So I'd like to leave it open.
But
for
what
everyone.
about what a
Well, she's the one-
taxpayer is asking?
well, that's what we're going to talk to her about.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
You know, the thing is
bring it up
if you
and
had a
ask if
different
we can-
company in, maybe they would see something that could help us to save taxes.
Right.
Because currently, every year, it seems our taxes are going
That's
up.
not true either. We
Well,
dropped-
that
we
is,
dropped
for
our-
the
no,
past
we dropped
3
our
years.
taxes.
When I came on the board, we dropped it 35
Yeah,
cents.
we
And
dropped
that
the
was how
taxes
many
30
years ago?
2.
2 years ago.
Okay, and then the
Yeah.
past 2 years, they've gone up quite a bit.
Yeah.
But
Last year. yeah.
all I'm saying is just exclude the current company, and then, of course, entertain all the other companies that come forward. Absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you for the recommendation. We'll forward it to our treasurer. Anyone else from the public?
Hi.
Jeff Donahue. I just want to let you know about the land merger, as we've put it to the title company. It's in the hands of the attorney at this time. We're also going to merge lot 252 009-001, as we talked about. That way, that eliminates that non-conforming lot as well, to form one conforming lot.
Oh, good.
So that puts all 3 of your lots as one big lot?
Yes.
Great,
Oh,
thank you.
good.
Appreciate that.
Thanks.
Yep. Yep. Anyone else? No? Excuse me, announcements. Once again, our meetings are on the website. 10th Annual Square Pond Fishing Derby is coming up.
We can,
Where did I see one that was canceled? It wasn't Square Pond.
No, it wasn't. It was, I saw it too.
Sebago?
Why was it canceled? Because of the ice?
No, it was canceled,
Just,
disbanded
oh,
or
no, it's
whatever.
Wakefield. Wakefield's not doing it out on
Yes,
Level Lake.
Level Lake on Wakefield,
Yeah.
okay, I knew it was local,
Yep.
so, okay. Yeah, but anyway, 10th Annual Square Pond Fishing Derby, that is when, this weekend? We don't have a date here, so, it's coming right up. There's a wet-
Sunday, right?
Sunday,
That's with
okay.
my missing paper pile, sorry.
Yeah,
I have the information, and
Yeah, your missing paper pile, I brought
I
out,
feel like you had them.
nope, I
mean,
brought,
just-
I brought everything out that was on the copier, that's all.
Right, but you took off the cup, never mind.
I took the few off that you.
It is my
had
mistake,
earlier,
no,
and-
I probably
it's-
left them on my desk.
It's okay.
Anybody that wants the fishing derby, call me in the office,
There you
and I
go.
will personally give it to you.
Okay. Okay, what's the wishes for the board as far as adjournment?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
No, second that.
Move to second to adjourn? All in favor? All opposed? Thank you. Good night, all.